Hey athletes, it's Andrea, and I'm here to talk to you about some super picky things about the lunge. So lunge is a fantastic exercise. One of the things that I think it's especially good for is learning how to get yourself up off the floor. And I think a lot of people don't know how to get up off the floor, i.e. something like this, right? Is because that lunge, even if you were to practice the lunge, like you had your gym time, you're practicing your lunge, if you're practicing it the wrong way, then you're not setting yourself up to win. So one of the things that I see in a lunge quite often is this step forward and this loss of any weight in that back leg. So there's a step forward and then there's like this, what am I going to do with this back leg move? Particularly if you're doing a lunge walk. So a lot of people like, well, we correct this, and then it's like this funky thing with this back leg. And the weight leaves the back leg for some reason. And I'm not really sure what's going on in your head that happens, but what would be really helpful for you is first starting out with this step, keep weight in that back leg, and shift back onto that back leg using the back leg. Lunging forward, so watch that I also lunge down, not forward, right? So I'm coming forward, but I'm going, my body weight shifts down, not knee shearing forward, okay? So that's really important as well. But just talking about this part about putting some weight into that back leg so you set yourself up to win for getting up off the floor from a kneeling position. Just practice, step forward, keep the weight back here, don't take it out, and then pull back. Step forward and pull back. The other thing that I notice and why it's really difficult for people is they want to step forward and not lift that heel up off the ground for whatever reason. So this happens, right? Because that's the only way functionally you're going to be able to do that. And then you're lost. So then what do? You know, then you're still not teaching yourself. So you got to get that back heel off the ground. Be okay with bending your toes. Be okay with keeping the weight in that leg. And make this leg shift back, right? So then the more you start practicing that, then you get to a point, so let's just say you just get on the floor, right? Then you're getting to this point where you know how to shift back on that leg. Then you're practicing something that's going to transfer into something that would be a good thing for you, a functional thing in your real life. So lunging forward, so again, I'm going to keep weight in that back leg, and then going back to this knee and the shearing force thing, yes, there are times when it's perfectly fine to let that knee go past the toe. Athletes do it all the time, zillions of times. I mean, most athletes are not going to play basketball and then remember that when they go shoot the hoop or whatever, their knee has to be behind the toe. For real, in real life it happens, but when we're doing repetitive stress, and we're doing gym time, we do want to learn kind of this balanced, nice, safe way to do it, So that's why we say keep the knee behind the toe, So you're coming forward, and I say, as I say, go down, not forward. And what I mean by that is not forward with that front knee. So it goes down, not forward in here. If you say you want to go forward, you want more work, for example, you'll go forward at the hip. But I still keep this knee over it's over the ankle or behind the toe, right? So this is a progression from this. And I still shift back on that toe, right? So I still don't lose it. I'm not losing this, right? I'm going to miss out on the lesson if I make myself put this heel down. Missing out on that lesson. So take it. So you'll come forward. Weight stays on that back leg. You shift your weight downward, not forward, right? Downward, and then if you want to progress more work, you'll reach towards those shoelaces, and you still put weight on that back leg and shift back and squeeze that butt cheek and come back. Okay, practice that. And I hope that was helpful for you. Great stuff on the lunge. Great stuff on some functional training that you can do. I still use that word, and I still love it because it really makes sense. Functional training for your real life. If you're not able to get up off the floor, practice the lunge in the way that I explained it. So thanks. I hope you'll follow me on YouTube, all right, and on Facebook. Yeah. So, all right. That's it. I'm Andrea Bowden. Thanks for joining me.